Welcome back to the halfway point of our course. This is a long module. We're getting into the meat and potatoes of the course, the three branches of government. We'll be covering the Supreme Court and the presidency. Then next week, starting the week of March 9th here on spring break. So when we come back, we'll do Congress and the Bill of Rights and whatever else is left on the syllabus. So you'll see you have 5 assignments. These are not complicated, but they'll take time. So it would not be in your interest to put things off to the last second. This especially takes a bit of work, the Supreme Court Web Quest. So, Chapter 8, the media. This is pretty self-explanatory. Read the chapter, look at the slides, take the quiz. That's it. All right. Now the complications start with the presidency because we start getting into material that I've included. This was an interesting video I found recently. What happens when you become U.S. president? The BBC put this together. And if I haven't said it before, foreign news agencies often report on happenings in this country a lot more accurately, a lot more fairly, and with a lot less bias than news sources here. So I like to look outside the United States. And it's also just interesting to me how other countries see us. All right, now these are slides that I put together of information that I think is valuable to know about the presidency. Hint, hint for the next test. Right. So you'll go through all this, the succession, duties of the president. But what you'll notice, if you look at these headings, Article 2, Section 2, right? Article 2, Section 2, Article 2, Section 2, Article 2, Section 4. I'm walking you through the Constitution. I'm explaining exactly what each part of the president's job description is in accordance with the Constitution. As I told you at the beginning, I try to teach you how to think and present material in an unbiased fashion. Teachers who tell you what to think, that's indoctrination. That's not what I do. So you'll notice this, Article 2, Section 1, I'm walking you through the article that details the presidency. Now, the videos would be helpful to watch. Just don't get confused. What I did, I fixed a couple periods and added a comma and all that. It's exactly the same thing. The videos that I recorded, the slides just look a little more bare than the ones that you have. They're exactly the same slides with exactly the same information on them. So do with that what you will. It would be in your interest to watch the videos again. But again, just the slides are a little better looking that I've uploaded here than what they are in the videos. They're the same thing otherwise. The textbook, you should look at your textbook. I put the additional slides again. I place less importance on these. Your textbook is great to read. The lecture slides that the company puts out for the book, they just don't do it for me. But again, enough of you like them that I continue to do this. The Presidency Quiz, that's the book quiz based on Chapter 12. Nixon and the War Powers. Links to an external website. What you need to do is read all of this, and you're answering these 5 questions. And this sometimes confuses students. It's just the 5 questions that I have here. I know there are extension questions, and I think there's 1 or 2 other ones floating around here somewhere. But this is all I'm requiring you to answer. So, website, you link to the website, you read everything on here. The text of the Joint War Powers Resolution, that would also be in your interest to read that. It's not a very long bill. Then the Supreme Court. This is lengthy. I tell a story in here about Douglas Chandler because we talk about traitors in this unit. And this is just a story that was published about Douglas Chandler that I have for you. You don't need to read it. I mean, people in the past have asked me where I've gotten it from, and so I just published it. But it's by, however you say that name, published in 2017. Then, but again, that's not something you need to read if you don't want to. Then the Supreme Court assignment. This is easy. You should be able to get this done in about 10 minutes. This, again, is complicated and not something you should put off until March 8th at 11:58. So, 4 pages. Again, it's, a fair bit of work. What is the constitutional issue in Birchfeld versus North Dakota? Okay, that requires you to read the facts of the case, the question, all this. So that should be about it. I say that should be about it. That's a fair bit of work. But again, this is the meat and potatoes of the course that we're getting into here, so it can't be avoided. But again, just to recap, 5 assignments. They take some time. They're not complicated, but they take some time. So don't put them off until the last second. Supreme Court, like I say here, don't worry about the chapter in your textbook. Don't even read it. You're only responsible for what I have posted here. And this is optional. It has just been something of interest to students in the past, and I thought you might have liked it. Might like reading it as well. So any questions, comments, concerns, reach out. If not, I will see you guys next time.